What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. This is your boy Narik Chase. In this video, I wanted to talk about this stupid idea that I end up coming around, and I explain why it's stupid. Dominic West is an actor. He's pretty prominent. He's got a bit of star power behind him. And the most recent film that I've seen him in was the Tomb Raider film that came out earlier this year, and he played Laura Croft's father. So this guy, they were talking about, I guess, the next James Bond or whatever, and everybody knows the Bond 25 is coming out. I think either next year or the year after. So, of course, the casting call for Bond is always up for debate. So, this guy says for the next Bond, he wants this transgendered soldier to play the character. And a female, male, whatever. I don't understand. I don't understand the whole thing between transgender or whatever. But he wanted a transgender that this soldier should play a transgender Bond. And he was saying something to the fact that there are a lot of transgender soldiers. Okay, I'm good with that, but this is the problem I have with it. Look, I don't have a problem with transgender, characters or whatever. But why in the hell did he have to say a transgender person had to play Bond? That Bond should be transgender. It's an interesting concept, yes, but why do they go out the way to try to change a character that's already established instead of establishing their own character? Now, instead of saying having James Bond be transgendered, why not say introduce a transgender character in the next Bond film? And if that character is good enough, they can do spin-offs and have that transgender character develop their own. See, I've never liked that where people wanted to change something instead of building their own. That's why I didn't like the whole backlash with Black Panther came out, where they were talking about the where the money should go and everything, and all the backlash that came out with Black Panther with that. And I was like, well, one, a white person end up a white man end up developing and creating Black Panther. It was his idea. It wasn't a black person's idea. Now, if a black person, because no, let me go back to it. Now, I'm one of those people. If you don't have somebody representing you, make your damn own. All right. So there's no fucking reason why we should have a black James Bond because a white man came up with the idea with that. If we want a black James Bond, make us. Why don't we create our own version of James Bond? That makes sense to me. Quit trying to change somebody else's shit. As well as this transgender idea. Look, you don't have to change James Bond to be transgender. That's fucking stupid. Make your own character. If y'all push for a really cool secret agent that's transgender in Bond. That's why I don't like it when black people in America always complain about misrepresentation. I was like, there's no reason nobody that's making movies should represent us. We have enough star power and enough influence right now to make our own. If we want more black superhero movies, black people need to make black superhero movies. If transgenders want their own 007 like character, they need to make their own. Now, I'm not saying that there's this whole big push for it, but I'm addressing Dominic West's comments on it where he said they should have a transgender James Bond. I'm like, no, what? And like I said, it's an interesting premise. Like, it would be interesting to see like a female Bond. Because, hell, we have female Thor, you know what I'm saying? So I'm totally opposed to the idea. But I don't like it when people are trying to change something established instead of trying to make their own first. Now, if you can won't you make a couple of transgender spy movies and then talk to me later about having a transgender Bond? Fine, I'm good with that. But everybody right now is not you trying to express an interesting new idea that's well thought out. You're just doing it because you're trying to cater to the transgender thing. Like, no, that's one reason so many of these movies where they try to force this female lead thing in, they're shitty movies because they're forcing it instead of actually making a good movie. I don't want to see a James Bond movie with a transgender. I want to see a good James Bond movie. Just like I don't want to see a James Bond movie where Bond is a chick and there's no and the movie's shitty, but they only just did it because Bond is a chick now. No, I don't want to see a black Bond and then the movie is just fucking stupid because they put the black Bond in it. No, I want to see a good movie. I want to see a good James Bond movie. I fucking did not like Spectre, and they had a white guy, Daniel Craig, playing Bond. So my thing is, if you want to go ahead and throw out the idea for a transgender Bond or whatever, okay, fine. Like I said, I'm not totally opposed to it. My thing is, how about instead of you trying to change Bond, make your own secret agent character that's transgender? Because in actuality, that is an interesting idea. I would like to see that. Does that have to be Bond? No. Make your own damn character. Or if you would like to push for that type of character, put the character in the Bond film and not be Bond. Instead of trying to take over, introduce the concept into the Bond universe or whatever, rather than try to overtake it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of ways that this can be taken, and this is by no means like a rant or anything. Like I said, I think it's an interesting concept to some degree, but at the same time, it's like, no, make your own thing. Quit trying to change somebody else's. If this Dominic West wants a James Bond character that's transgender, why don't you write a script up with a secret agent character that's transgender and quit trying to push for somebody else? But like I said, this ain't a rant against him. It's his opinion. I'm not talking bad about him like that. But yeah, I heard what I had to say in the comment section below, guys. Let me know, what do you think about Dominic West. Comment, do you think there should be a transgender James Bond, or do you think there should be a transgender James Bond? Also, guys, be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on this channel, as well as we do upload videos weekly. So stay tuned for those bad boys, and we'll catch you guys later.